What's good, everybody, and welcome if it's your first time joining us. Welcome back if you're returning. I'm the Nappy Dreamer,
And I'm Kia Blaine,
and we are
the
the
Melanin
Melanin
Mindset.
Mindset. Oh, we did it, friend! I am
Maybe a
clip.
little bit,
I think we
somewhat.
got that one. That was it, y'all. Those
I
who are
don't
out
know.
there viewing already, let us know if we got it that time. Because if we did, I'm clipping it. I'm clipping it, and we will use it forever. So.
Hmm.
Anyway, if you're viewing us on YouTube, go ahead and smash that subscribe button and turn on those notification bells so you can be among the first to know whenever we do go live. If you're viewing us on Facebook, go ahead and follow us and then find your way over to YouTube as well. Now, we can be located at the Melanin Mindset on both Facebook and on YouTube. We are located on Twitter and Instagram, Melanin Mindset _ and then we are on the tick of the talk, y'all, the Melanin Mindset. So, of course, we are officially streaming online. So, themelanimindset.org is the place to be if you want to see what the Melanin Mindset has to offer. That was everything that I normally do. So, friend, I'm sorry that way. I'm reversed today. So that way.
Oh, you're backwards today. Okay. Well, we're here to bring you part 2 of a conversation we started on last Monday. We were talking about respect, and if you happen to miss that episode, you can still watch it. It is on our YouTube channel, and you can rewatch it to catch up. So I'll give you a little recap. We defined respect, and we kind of talked more about the family dynamic of respect and respecting your elders. Why? You guys can go back and check that one out. So we're gonna pick up where we left off, and the next thing we had on our list was talking about like people's traditions and how things that they feel and the rights that they feel they have, and whether other people are respecting those traditions or rights. So I kind of had down here holidays. Like, I feel like as a country, mad respect for acknowledging more holidays, more cultures, more beliefs and things like that. But I do have a comment though. I do feel like Black people disrespect Black holidays more than anybody else.
Because you're not lying.
It's so
You
bad.
know, it's like, and it's sometimes it's like genuine confusion though,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like you don't understand the holiday, and then it's like, well, it's a Black holiday, so we just go celebrate, but you don't understand the core tenets of said holiday, so
Yeah.
you out here celebrating all wrong and stuff.
And I mean, that's why we kind of did the Kwanzaa episode to kind of clarify what Kwanzaa was for some of us,
Hmm.
because it's odd. And then, like, these holidays have been put in place basically to pay homage to African American traditions, whether they're good or bad. But the fact that it's always weird when a non-melanated person goes, "Oh, what are you doing for Juneteenth?" And the melanated person's like, "What you think? Just because I'm Black, I celebrate Juneteenth?" And in their eyes, it's like, yes, Jewish people celebrate Jewish holidays, Christian people celebrate Christian holidays. You Black, so they assume you celebrate Black
Black
holidays. Why
holidays,
don't
okay?
we? Why
Yes.
don't we? Why don't we? I don't even have an answer. Like,
I
why
don't
don't we?
I don't either, friend. I don't either. I luckily, because of my dad, and I'm sure my mom, she wouldn't have let him get away with it, so she had something to do with it. We grew up kind of knowing a little bit about, being proud to be who we were. So
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't like we were completely clueless, but at the same time, I get what you're saying. Like, it's a lot of us that are not only barbecuing on Juneteenth, we barbecued on the 4th of July too. And
Or you barbecuing on the 4th of July, but you not barbecuing on Juneteenth.
that part. So, but yeah, yeah, that's definitely a thing in our community. These holiday situations. Now, friend,
Mm-hmm.
in the spirit of respect and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of us like messing up the Black holidays, and yes, I said messing up because that's all it's doing when you don't know why you celebrating, you
Mm-hmm.
messing it up, okay? But when dealing with people of different faith and different beliefs and different ways of thinking,
Mm-hmm.
not acknowledging their preference when it comes to holidays.
Yeah.
Maybe we celebrate and then they don't. Like some people don't celebrate Christmas. Now, here at the Melanin Mindset, honey, we celebrate the Christmas, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But there are some people who don't. And then it's like forcing that on them, or people who don't celebrate their birthdays, right? Like
Yeah.
they don't celebrate their birthday. And then you come bring them a big old birthday cake. Like, what are you doing? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
why would you do that if you know I don't celebrate my birthday? You know what
Yeah. So even though like that seems like you're doing something nice, technically that you being disrespectful.
I'm saying? Period. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here what we got in the chat so far. Good evening. Denise says it was a little off. And y'all, I don't have to call her Denise no more because y'all done met my mama and you done met Kia mama. So that's Mama Linda and that's Mama Denise, and you're welcome. Okay. So good evening. She said we were a little bit off though, friend, but I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna still clip it because that was probably
Mm-hmm.
the closest I ever heard come through my
Oh,
ears.
so done.
And Stan said, because we ain't used to having nothing.
We ain't used to having nothing, and that's crazy because it is like. But you know what? Most people, when you think about us, people not used to having anything, it's usually the opposite of how we do our holidays. Like, if I'm not used to having like designer clothes and like diamonds, when I get my designer clothes and my diamonds, I'm showing off.
I'm
So
wearing it
why don't
everywhere.
we show off when we finally get a national holiday or like Black History Month? We should be showing off because like you said, we're not used to having nothing. Now we got something. We should be showing off. Just like if you just got that Bentley and you used to driving a Pinto, you gonna show off. You gonna be driving everywhere in your Bentley, honey.
Girl, listen. You ain't got to say nothing to me. I'm swimming in the diamonds, honey. We taking showers in gold. We
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? We
Mm-hmm.
shoot. Man, listen. I'm doing the laundry. All my fingers is gonna be iced out doing the laundry. Let,
Okay.
let me get a little diamond. Okay. But yeah, that, and then two, did you know that it was Black Music Month? But I'm sure nobody knows that.
No, I didn't know that. I mean, I listen to Black music every month, but that's great.
Yes, June is Black Music Month. That just tied into the holiday situation you were talking about, like the different
Mm-hmm.
observations that we don't pay any attention to. Um, that
Yeah,
sounded
that's
so
one of
bad.
them. That's
That
definitely
sounded
one of
so
them. You know
bad.
that.
There's a lot of stuff that happens in the month of June for Black people. Did you know the most Black events happen in June? I sent you a TikTok, friend. We're gonna have to
No, I
watch that,
didn't.
and we're
I
gonna come
didn't even
back to
know
them.
that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
Yeah.
watch that one and come back and talk to them about it because we need to gossip a little bit. Let's see.
Okay.
A good example in South Florida. I'm sorry, I'm doing it again. Didn't put it on the
Mm-hmm.
screen. A good example in South Florida when celebrating Martin Luther King, the wheels up, wheels down is supposed to be for stop the gun violence. But what about the danger it causes the street? Oh, true. If somebody tire blow out and yeah. So it's to stop the violence, and then if there happens to be a mishap, basically mis-celebrating that is what she's explaining. Like how it's Martin Luther King Day, it stands for peace and stop violence and whatnot, but they're out there burning wheels and carrying on and doing a lot of extras instead of observing
Mm-hmm.
the holiday peacefully.
Mm-hmm. 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 Understood. Oh, wheels
Oh,
up,
wheels up,
guns
guns down.
down. Okay. Okay.
Okay, I was trying to follow. I was trying.
Okay. You did a good job.
Thank you.
I don't know if
Thank
you can
you.
tell by my face. I was completely lost. I was like,
I bet
what?
you, I bet you I got the message
I'm
though.
over
I
here
bet
like,
you
what
I
the
got
wheels
the
got to do with the
message.
guns? What the wheels got? I was lost.
Oh my gosh. And you said disrespect their own tradition. As melanated people, we've lost the original traditions and cultures. Friend, talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I think when I wrote this, I was kind of thinking about, and this was just me thinking, the way Kia thinks. And it's just like a lot of things that are brought about that are African tradition. I'll give examples such as like the waist beads or the crystals and things like that. And it's like it's automatically the devil or it's automatically evil. But
Mm.
if these were traditions that have been going on in African culture forever, like at what point did it become the devil? Because the Africans ain't saying, oh, it's because we worship Satan. They're saying it's for peace, it's for healing, it's for this. But
Fertility,
then, yeah,
weight
but
loss.
then you got us over here like, oh, they crazy, or you calling them names and things like that, you're disrespecting their traditions, which are technically your ancestors' traditions too. I mean, I don't know full on what any of that stuff is about 100%, but IJS. Like,
Facts.
we
I
automatically
did.
just dismiss what we don't understand.
That's big facts. And I did see something about the waist beads. When my friend makes some beautiful waist beads though. You know I'm backwards, so I'm struggling to point. My friend makes some gorgeous waist beads, y'all. The end. All right. That's all I'm gonna say. But listen, when she started doing the waist beads, right? We took one of our trips to Orlando and I was like, oh, that looks so calming. It was not calming at
It was
all.
very calming for me, but my friend
No.
got very frustrated trying to do it.
I was like, the thing was spinning, the bees was flying. We made a mess in these people hotel. Well, I made a mess in these people hotel. But no, facts be known, okay? The waist beads, what I learned when she started picking it up, and I was like, oh, that's cool, It has to do with a lot of times measurements. So there are different types
Mhm.
of waist beads for different things. So if you really look into it, it's nothing bad about it. Like
Yeah.
you can, if you're trying to lose weight, by the way, friend, my mama said she wanted some waist beads. I meant to tell you that.
Okay.
Um, so you put it on your stomach above, like to the area that you want it to be on, and as you lose weight, it drops.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, it's an
And it's a
exciting
great
event.
gauge. It's a great gauge just to be like, oh, that's getting a little tight. Let me lay off the sodas and drink water this week. It
Mm-hmm.
just kind of gives you something else to help you, because if you don't put on them jeans for a month and then you go put them on a month later, the waist beads would have told you them jeans wasn't gonna fit.
Big facts, big facts. And then it's exciting when they finally fall off. Like
Yes,
I had a set of beads
very
that fell off.
exciting.
I was walking through the house like, oh snap, girl, my beads fell off. And it just fell off. It was on the ground around my foot. I was happy. So
Yeah.
yeah, those waist beads are a tradition from our ancestors, and it's a culturally engraved thing. And for people to not understand the happy behind it, and they're only
Mhm.
looking at certain stones that somebody might use that represent a certain thing or certain
Yeah.
symbols, that's where you're losing the translation. That person chose to do that.
Yeah,
But
this
the
particular person
history,
wanted that on theirs, but yours don't have to have that on there.
right, but the
Mhm.
history of it is not rooted in the negative. It's
Yeah.
just not. So yeah, that's definitely understanding to respect the culture. What about belittling things like, oh, you wear a head wrap when the technical name for it is a hijab, and you hear
Uh,
somebody say, oh, you wearing that head wrap,
or your scarf.
your scarf, right?
Oh, your scarf so pretty. Now, I feel like if you are not sure what to call something like that, just ask before you say something that's belittling or offensive. Just ask. Just say, "Oh, that's so pretty. What is it? What is it called? Is there a name for that?" Like, I don't feel as though that's rude. You guys chime in. Do you think it's rude to ask questions? Because this could kind of be a double-edged sword. Because sometimes, when non-melanated people ask us questions, how does your hair stay like that? Or, oh my gosh, did you your hair was just curly. How did it get so straight? We get annoyed. So
I do
it's
get annoyed when they
annoying.
say your braids are so pretty. I'm like,
Yes, yes, your braids. Oh my gosh, your braids are so pretty. These are not okay.
girl, but melanated
So,
people do
but
the same sometimes.
if they would have asked, oh, how did you get your hair like that? Would you have considered it rude? Which one's more rude? Just to assume they're braids, or to ask you, how did you get your hair like that?
I'm always down to talk about hair. So if you asking me, I'm more excited for somebody to ask me what I got going on,
Yeah,
as opposed to just automatically saying, is that permanent? Is
yeah.
Are those braids? What do you call that? Like, whoa,
Uh-huh.
bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a way. I think your tone has a lot to do with it. It's easy to tell whether somebody's genuine or they're just being a jerk. So I don't know. But I do feel like I would rather not. Man, just shut up. Don't say nothing. Just
Listen,
admire as you walk by.
keep it to yourself, sis. Keep it to yourself. If you don't know, ask. It's only gonna go two ways: the answer you want or the answer you don't want. Big
You know
facts.
what? Mm,
But that's a fact though.
it
Like,
is.
depending on how you ask the question,
Mm-hmm.
is going to either yield an outlandish response that you don't want or a calm response that you might not want either.
Yeah.
But I would much rather get the calm version of something I
Mm-hmm.
don't want as opposed to the irate version of something I don't want. Come on, Jazz, or Google it.
Google it.
Listen, I am not the personal ambassador for all melanated people. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I definitely Google it. Google it. A lot of
Mhm.
stuff nowadays is no reason for you to walk around ignorant. And you can
That
ask a
part.
question in the most simplest way and Google know what you're talking about.
Oh, I just saw a note that's on here. It says, when you feel like someone else's traditions are problematic, do you feel as though they should change to align to your beliefs?
Yeah. Because and I think I wrote that down because I sometimes, you can disagree with someone else's practices, it's the fact that you get so irate or you feel like you got to preach to this person about the things they're doing wrong, and it's just like, because you think it's wrong and now you done chastise me about it, am I supposed to stop? Who are you? Am I supposed to stop what I'm doing because you chastised me about it? Like,
Because who are even you? You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Girl, listen, I got a story time, friend. I know it's normally you.
Mm-hmm.
Today was stressful. All right? Y'all hang with me, okay? Because today was stressful.
What
Um,
happened?
Girl, I can't get no details and stuff because I don't be trying to get in trouble. I want to keep my job. But anyway, today was stressful. Have you ever been
Okay.
in a situation where it would appear as though, like, okay, owning a flaw,
Okay.
would you want me to say sorry to you or would you want me to sincerely apologize?
Oh, wait. Oh, like if you did something to offend me, I want you to sincerely apologize.
But what if I don't feel apologetic?
Then that's fine too.
You still want to hear the words I'm sorry?
No, I don't want to hear nothing.
You sure?
Yeah.
You're not going to push to get your I'm sorry? Those
No,
words
I'm
are not
not.
important to you?
Nope. Nope. Not if you don't mean them. No.
Mm,
And I
okay.
can't force you to mean it.
Mm, okay.
So if you don't mean it and you don't apologize, fine, keep it.
Okay,
But
cool.
no, I don't want no old side soppy. No. No.
Okay. That's all I had to say about that.
Okay.
That was my y'all. Y'all, I had to pull myself back for a second because this is Beyonce's internet and stuff travels. So I
Yes.
just wanted to ask my friend if
Mm-hmm.
she thought that I should, if something happened
Yeah.
and I was in a sense where, oh, I didn't mean for it to come out that way, but oops.
No oops.
or
Ain't no
or do,
oops.
or do you want me to be like, I'm so sorry. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
gosh, I can't believe it.
That's like that happened. I got a story for that, and I don't care
Mm-hmm.
about telling people business. So this was around when I had
Hold up.
first
Y'all
start.
see my towel though? My
Oh,
friend got me
oh
this
my
towel.
gosh, it's so
Y'all see the towel my friend got me? Carry on, story time, friend. Go
cute.
ahead. Go
So
ahead,
I
girl.
remember I had a couple of students, and it was three to be exact. And as in the cosmetology program, it's timed. So if you're late, you're gonna lose time. You got to make it up. So the two of the three, they were notorious for being late, and then the third one kind of was the tag along. So boo, you late too. So she kind of she would be like, but I was with them. Okay, so you gonna be with them when it's time to make up hours. So I told her, I said the other two, y'all, I don't know where you think you're gonna work with the ratchet behaviors of being late and talking during class and being disrespectful. And I told the follower, I said, and you need to stop being a follower. Well, honey, she came to me later and pulled me to the side and was like, I really didn't appreciate you calling me a follower. And I said, okay.
But are you a follower?
I just said, okay. And she was like, but that really hurt my feelings. And it was supposed to. Now,
But
when
what if
you,
it wasn't supposed to?
but the thing about it is, it was supposed to jolt her into realizing that she was being a follower and that she could get her life together. She could be great if she stopped following around freaking frack. And so I don't know if she thought I was gonna apologize. She must have had just met me. But once she realized
Clearly.
that she wasn't getting no apology out of me, but I bet you what? I bet she wasn't never late for class again. I bet you she graduated and working at one of the top salons in South Florida making bank. And God only knows where freaking frack are.
Facts. Facts, facts, facts. Now listen, you put the word admire, but of course respect translates to sincere or genuine admiration for the standing of an individual, blah,
Oh
blah,
yeah,
blah,
that's
blah.
Google
Right?
definition. That's Google
Yeah.
definition.
So can you admire a person that you don't necessarily agree with? Can you respect someone you don't necessarily agree with?
I think so.
I do too.
Yeah, I definitely think so.
God knows it's true. And
Yeah,
I'm gonna say
because
like, he knows it's true after the day I had.
now I saw a freaking frack on Congress earlier.
I can't. Oh no. If I offend someone accidentally, I apologize for how they feel, not what I said. Period. And that's exactly where I stand.
I ain't even apologizing for how you feel, because how you feel, that's your business.
Technically. But in all situations, it can't be like that.
Yeah,
Sometimes you just
yeah.
gotta keep the peace. But it's like it's only so much I can give, though. You know me, so it's only
Mm-hmm.
so much I can really give.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I do believe you can admire someone even if their beliefs, traditions, or the way they walk doesn't match yours.
Agreed.
You know, like you could respect someone's hustle even though they might not hustle the way you think they should.
Valid. Absolutely valid.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like think back to when we worked at the college. Remember we worked at the college and the last person that we had running the department,
Mm-hmm.
they had different beliefs as far as faith was concerned. Now, when they came through the door, nobody was really a huge fan. But then after a while, I'll message you the name because I ain't putting nobody government out here on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
internet.
yeah. Because I'm like, I got stuck for a minute. I'm like, ooh, she's talking about I'm getting old. Okay, so I never knew that person's beliefs.
Okay, so that person did was seventh day, I think it is.
I mean, I
Seventh
never
day,
knew,
and they
and
didn't
I made it a
celebrate.
point at work. Not, I don't care. I made it a point at work. Just only way I knew your beliefs is if
No,
you had to
they
take the day
shared
off.
it. They shared it because they didn't want anything for their birthday.
Okay,
So that's why they shared it because they didn't want
okay,
anything for their birthday. They
okay.
shared instead of my birthday because everybody was asking when it was, and they were just like, instead of my birthday, my anniversary is this day, and you can buy me a gift that day. Like you can get me a cake and we'll celebrate my anniversary that day, but not my
So that particular person, I didn't care for. So I'm pretty sure when that conversation happened, I could care less than
birthday.
less. I could care less than less. So even if I was in the room, I know how. You know how I know I am a professional mental
Girl, my
checkouter.
eye is itching so bad. Why is my eye itching?
I
All right, but
can.
listen. At first, I couldn't stand that person either. Oh gosh, it's really. I think it's on mine. I couldn't stand that person at first either. But I think after working so close with them, like I had to spend a lot of time with them. So
Mm-hmm.
after a while, I guess we just kind of got that working rapport. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it just worked. But coming through the door, I mean, I don't think too much of nobody was a big fan.
No, it was first of all, it was ugly the way that person came in, and that we could talk about that.
Oh
Like
yeah.
you, how you come in. I just found that to be disrespectful. Like if you about to be my replacement, don't come in here and smile in my face.
That
So
part.
because that was how that went, I think a lot of us took our time warming up to said person, because it was like you really came up in here and sat and talked with us like you was an ally, but you was coming to take over.
Thought you was about to come teach with us, and here you come.
Yeah, you came to take it over.
Girl, I think I have a lash in my eye. Excuse me, MFers. Just I
Oh
might.
my
Oh
goodness.
Lord,
So
not me.
what about role models? Do we still have role models out there? Is role models still a thing?
Role models, could that equate up to like a mentor?
I guess. Like, I'm just saying, like, back when we were kids, they would say things like, certain athletes were role models, or, people, you looked up to people other than your parents, I should say. You might have said, oh, I want to be like I can't even think of nobody. That's a shame. That's
Like
what makes me
Mike.
feel
What you
like,
mean? I want to be like
yeah. Oh,
Mike.
there
That
you
was
go.
like
I
the
wanna be
biggest
like Mike.
right.
Yeah.
I want to be like Mike.
Yeah.
Right.
So Mike was a role model for, like, achieving greatness. And
Kind
but
of like
like,
LeBron. Like
who are
he's
the
on the
role
straight
models
and
now?
narrow.
Like, do our kids have role models? Do your nieces and nephews have role models?
Ooh.
Like, who do they look up to?
The people they look up to, I'm not a huge fan. Um, the people who they have to model after. Of course, they're not looking at the whole picture. They're only looking at what they get to see on the TV and stuff like
Mm-hmm,
that.
mm-hmm.
So I can't say that I could think of anybody who they really just are modeling themselves after. Like I have one niece who's just like when she grow up, she gonna do this, this, and this like I did it, which is great, and I love that she looks up to me that way. But at
Mm-hmm.
the same time, outside of family, not so much.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and I feel I'm seeing it in the comments, like, yeah, it's still role models out here, but I'm saying, to me it seems like role models are more
Like
like people who are,
mainstream
they're more close to you, more times than none. I hear little kids look up to their uncles, their aunts, their teachers, their coaches, and things like that, which I think is great because it is a more realistic model of what you might become. But like, when you look at mainstream media and celebrities and things like that, like, I feel like our kids are more entertained by them than e- inspired by them.
facts. Or
Mm-hmm.
they might want their level of success, but not
Mm-hmm.
for the reasons that we used to look up to people.
Yeah.
Like, I want to make a difference in the world. I want to be a change. No,
Yeah.
I want to be able to take a picture with a stack of money. I can go, whoop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be able
Mm-hmm.
to, like that one time. Isn't that how it goes? Look, the third MFer, he was showing me, and I did it wrong still. He was showing me,
I'm
he was like, you got to
just,
take it like this. Like, you're supposed to take the
yeah,
money like that.
and
Yeah.
fan it out. Yeah,
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 fan it
yeah,
out like that. Let's see. No to role models. I've seen too many false. Oh, I lost it. Okay, there it goes. I see too many false displays exposed as an adult.
yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
do, however, aspire to have certain qualities that others have. You know what, Nisha?
That's the real deal right there.
That's valid. That is so valid. That is so valid because it's like you're looking at things and differences that some people are making, and you might take that away from them. But then when you get things, mainstream media, needless to say, is mainstream, which means
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna come out. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? It's gonna come out. So when it comes out, and it's like I've been admiring this person all this time, and they were trash. Well, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna be trash. I'm just gonna take it
I
as
love this comment.
Michelle Obama, baby.
Yeah,
Maybe
because
I may
at
say
the
maybe.
rate, we going right now, we one scandal away from losing her too.
Oh man,
Ah,
because we was full of
I'm
kids.
so done. Oh, you know what? I'm not even doing that with Stan Temple.
Oh my gosh! So what you're saying is that we had out of touch dreams and desires, and kids nowadays are more realistic. Is that what
they
you're trying to say?
I you know what, to that aspect I do agree. Like, I don't feel like I got a perspective of what being adult actually meant until I was damn near an adult. Whereas, like, my kids early on knew the importance of saving money and balancing your budget and things like that. We didn't know that as younger kids.
I'm reading a statement in the chat. My bad.
Okay, so
Oh,
that
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 one.
looked like that looked like one of them talk to text comments that came out.
Uh-huh.
That came out a little. Yeah, we didn't understand that one. Try that one again, Jimmy Blaine.
I was trying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was gonna go for it, but then I'm like, no confidence. I did not have
What
confidence.
about a lot of these children are disrespectful to their parents?
There we go.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you got it on the screen?
Yeah, no, I didn't click it. I see it
Okay.
though.
So it was supposed to be everybody's not perfect. You need to pick and choose the good qualities in each and yes, that's exactly what Nisha was saying too. So
Yeah.
I like that. Sometimes
Yeah.
you just have to be mindful or conscious of
Hmm.
how you lay your faith.
Yes.
You got to be
Mhm.
mindful of how you lay your faith. Like I see these things and I want these qualities for valuable reasons, not necessarily for, yeah. flashy reasons. Oh yeah, it is about that time. So listen,
Mhm.
y'all hang out with us just for a few more moments. Of course, you know we are brand ambassadors for Dianu Apparel. Okay, and we will continue to play this ad each and every week until we go ahead and sell them out. So y'all stick with us, stick with us. We will be right back. What's good, Mindset family? The Melanin Mindset is thrilled to announce we are the newest brand ambassadors for Dianu Apparel. Dianu Apparel is a black owned apparel company that offers trendy African inspired prints in each and every garment. They're offering our listeners 15% off their purchases just by using promo code Melanin Mindset. There's something for him, there's something for her, and there's even something for the kids. So head right over to dianu.com using the description link down below, or just simply enter Melanin Mindset at checkout and save today. Well, welcome back. Thank y'all so much for hanging in there with us. We do appreciate it. Of course, down below in our description box, you can go ahead and click on that link and shop Dianu Apparel today, saving 15% off things, even including clearance. Even including clearance, okay? And they do accept Afterpay, they accept Zip. So, yes, you can budget this thing on in, get your items, and make sure that you pay on time. All right. So that's that. For that, of course, you know, we do have the melaninmindset.org where you can go online and shop the Melanin Mindset merchandise. So we do have coffee mugs available, as well as one of my personal favorites. It says we are not
Mhm.
melanin exclusive, but we are melanin centric. In other words, we happen to be melanated young women. So, of course, we
Mhm.
speak to melanated conversation topics. However, everybody's welcome to tune in. Of course, you can become an official MFer and get your Mindset Family t-shirt. Yes, I'm wearing one this evening. And you'll be able to purchase yours online and get that shipped out to you. And we get them out within the week of the order. So, yeah. Last thing, but definitely not least, we're going to make one more call here for the Adopt a High School Graduate program. We would love to be able to send off 10 high school graduates into their new season of life, and we would love to have your support in the process. So you can either scan the code that you see on the screen or visit sponsor.themelaninmindset.org and
Mhm.
donate today. So I think I should clap
Great,
now.
great. Yes. Wrap it up with a clap. Wrap it up with a clap.
I'm so done. Did you see? You should I do what I said in that chat or no?
Okay, so
All
I
right.
didn't get that
So
because my internet
no.
connection actually.
All right. Well, we're just gonna keep on pushing forward. We'll catch him at the end. Okay. All right. So where did we leave off? Let's see what we got in the chat over here. Yeah, Jimmy said everybody's not perfect. You need to pick and choose the good qualities in each individual. So we basically were just saying that they're definitely agreeing with one another. He and Nisha are both saying the same thing. Like you cannot put all of your faith in a human being.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
Am I back
realistic
yet?
not to. Yes, you are back. Can you hear me?
Okay, it's a whole thunderstorm out here. And so, of course, my internet connection, I mean, the whole heavens have opened up over top of my house right now.
Girl, it was bad earlier here. I told you. I was like, oh, it rained so bad. It was like beating my
Hmm.
whole ceiling away. So it says when you feel like someone else is nope, skip that. Sorry. So who who decides what's moral? Because of course, being respectful, you've got to have some kind of morals. There's a moral
Hmm.
code of some sort, right? Like the
Hmm.
good old trusty phrase. What did they say, friend? Respect your elders.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I
Hmm.
still don't, and I don't know what moral code that goes into.
We've
Like,
got moral codes some people feel deemed necessary. There are standards, of course, but then there are also like things that you're I should say that is a staple comment that we have heard our fair share of.
and I've always
Respect.
questioned it. I've always questioned it
I told y'all last week, my dad said straight up, he was like, there is not a person walking this earth that just automatically gets respect. And I was
because
like,
I mean, I feel like you genuinely just show people respect for the fact that they're another person. But if you're being a jerk, you like I am a believer in matching your energy.
that
So
part.
if you bring me disrespectful energy, I'm going to deliver disrespectful energy right back.
And see, that's the thing. It's different dynamics that you walk in, day to day, where that works. And then, of course, there are times where it's like, dang, like I couldn't. You're like, have you heard someone ever say, "I bet you wouldn't have said that to me outside"?
Yeah. Or especially in work situations, hence why
That
I'm
part.
self-employed. Um like in work situations where, you feel as though you have to hold your peace or out of respect so that you can keep your job.
That part. It's like you just want to keep your job. The idea is that while you are building your, future empire, of course,
Mhm.
because apparently I'm in that group of kids that Stan was talking about. So yes, my future
Mhm.
empire, period. So but no, as you're trying to build and organize yourself and get your things where they need to be, have your stuff lined out the way it needs to be lined out, it's like I don't want to lose my job. So it's some
Yeah,
situations where you just have to bite your tongue or you have to concede just to get through. You get what I'm saying? And that's difficult.
I do. And it actually has proven to be too difficult for me, and hence why I'm self-employed. I
Oh,
can't.
shoot.
Like, I had a supervisor, my last supervisor at the last place I worked was very much a micromanager, and a like she would beat around the bush before she got to the point. And I caught myself my last few weeks there just going, "Can you get to the point, please?" Cause like you didn't call me over here for that. What did you actually call me over here for? And then I mean, she was like, "Well, I just wanted to know such and such." Oh, well, that's what you should have said. I'll take care of that. Thank you. And I walk away because it's like, what is like if you want to know why the broom is in the middle of the floor, why are you asking me, did you make a chore list for this week? Like you asking me, yes, I mean the chore list is on the board. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, does your class know you met? Bitch, what do you want? Like it used to frustrate me so bad.
Ma'am, please keep it PG, Kia. Keep it PG.
Like get to your point. And then yeah, I
Oh,
couldn't hold it more long. No longer. Like I really told that lady straight up, like when you call me, I need you to get straight to the point. I don't have the patience to play these games with you.
whole facts. And it's sometimes, but you got to understand too. Unfortunately, sometimes people do not understand um, your tone, and so if your tone can't be understood, that's where it runs into what I was sharing before. I'm like, do you just want to hear the words? I'm sorry, like,
Yeah.
or do you want it to mean something? You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so it's like, girl, is it something in my eye or what? Sweet Jesus, like, it's something that keeps getting. I think it's my lashes, y'all. I'm sorry. It's the ones that's growing out of my
Mhm.
eye too. Normally it'd be extra lashes that do this.
Yeah, I see. You can tell we related. 3-question limit.
Ah, ha, ha,
If
ha.
you have not reached the destination that we need to be at by that third question, you don't want the rest of this conversation.
See, you say 3-question limit. I'm like a 3-comment limit. Like we
Mhm.
only gonna go over the same statement so many times. You know what I'm saying? It's only
Exactly.
so many times we can sit here and say the same thing over and over and over again. And so I am definitely an advocate for what that comment there, that
Um,
3-question limit. What does it say? You should honor your parents just like you honor the judge. You will not act a fool in the courtroom because they will take you to jail. So the respect for your parents come later. Somebody should tell Jussie Smollett that because he sure acted a fool in the courtroom.
I'm so done. It's crazy people. They should have told that too. But like, okay, so I get what Mr. Blaine is saying here. What I was saying about the children being disrespectful for their parents for difference of belief. I have a friend who um she believes one way politically and her daughter believes another way politically, and it can get pretty heated and disrespectful between them two when those conversations arise. And
Mm.
it's just like, okay, you can stand for what you believe, and I could stand for what I believe, but the whole disrespectful comments thrown back and forth, sis, we not equal.
Oh, So what
I
do you
birthed
dub a
you. So if
disrespectful
you don't
comment?
have nothing nice to say, then you might as well just keep your mouth. Don't worry. Because again, like I said, just because I believe a certain way, do you think I'm gonna change my mind because you disagree? So why does it have to come through that level of disrespect between each other? Because the other person is not gonna change their mind just because you upset with them.
Facts. And that applies in a lot of different scenarios too. That's the crazy part. So
Mm-hmm.
go on to the hierarchy of the home. So with that, honor your parents, but you're not gonna disrespect me. Like you can believe what you want to believe, but you're not gonna be disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
So the hierarchy of the home, the oldest, you know what I'm saying? My man got three jobs. So I'm asking the viewers, and of course, you know we're gonna talk about it because that's just really what we do. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking the viewers though, in your home, is there some kind of unspoken hierarchy in place?
Mm.
Like the oldest comes first, and then the next, and then the next, and then the baby gets everything.
Oh, you mean about siblings?
Yeah, siblings, even like the way you have it laid out here, where it's there's dad, then there's mom, and then the kids, right?
Oh, because I was saying show. Okay, so let me explain those notes. So I was saying show and respect the family dynamic. Like, um, my youngest child is 10 years younger than my oldest child. So, like, is there this
Really?
level? Yes. So, is there this level of respect that my youngest child owes to my oldest child just because of the age gap between them? And that comes back to that whole respect your elders type conversation. Or, like, should I expect my younger children to undoubtedly respect their older siblings just because they're older?
Mm. All right, so can I say something? Because I'm gonna answer you.
Mm-hmm.
But why does that sound such a huge gap? So number one to number three is
Yeah.
10 years.
Yes,
Where's my math?
number 1 will be 24 this year. Number
No,
5 is 14.
no, 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 no,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
We can't have this moment on the Melanin Mindset. This is not happening. No, I'm a no. Oh my gosh.
Get it together, friend.
Go ahead, Frank. Keep talking.
So, what brought this about is because I have a client and we were kind of talking about, we have a similar situation. Her daughter, her daughter is probably like 15 years older than her younger brother. And when it comes to like fighting, like cats and dogs, you would think they were 6 and 7, not 7 and 27. Like they still fight because they're siblings. They still fight like they're the exact same age. Like he gonna rise to her level and she gonna stoop to his, and it doesn't matter. And it's the same thing with my kids. Like they fight. They don't care nothing about Leger being 20, 20 something. They could care less. If they feel like arguing, they gonna argue. They don't care.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It'd be that way sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I've got cousins who are substantially older, and I mean, if we're gonna say our piece, we're gonna say our piece. It just is what it is.
Yeah, but I've seen parents, step in and be like, like that's not right. Don't fight with your little brother or don't fight with your older sister. And see, I kind of have this little unspoken rule in my house. Well, maybe not even unspoken. I stay out of domestic disputes. So one of my kids come telling
Oh,
on the
she
other one,
speaks that often.
I'd
She
be like,
speaks it all the
I
time.
don't get involved with domestic disputes. Y'all better go work it out. I don't get involved with domestic disputes. Y'all better work it out.
She ain't gonna let them kill each other, but she ain't gonna get involved if
Nope.
somebody
I
just
could
got
sit in a
thumped.
room and listening to them holler at each other all day. I'd be like, that ain't none of my business.
But I don't know why she sat up here and said unspoken because that's her catchphrase.
I
I need
did
to
say
put it on
unspoken, but I do say it
all the time.
a lot.
I need
I
to
don't
put that
get
on
in
a
domestic
t-shirt.
disputes.
Listen, I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt for you.
I don't get in
We're gonna
domestic
make that. I don't
disputes.
get into domestic disputes. Okay, that's her go-to. But yeah, no, dealing in the home like that. I did grow up, and remember we shared about the Black family dynamic. We did an
Yes.
episode. Y'all go to our YouTube channel www.themelanatedmindset.live and check out the Black family dynamic, and you'll be able to hear us tell stories about us when we were younger and our
Mm-hmm.
experience, of course, growing up in a Black family. Because again, we can only speak to what we know. So in the Black family dynamic, I shared
Yeah.
how I grew up in the position of the youngest for some time until my little brother came to be. And so with me growing up in that position, it was like a trickle down effect. Like I shared how the oatmeal, my parents used to get the variety box of oatmeal. My oldest brother used to get the 4 packs of peaches, y'all. You know the peaches was the best one in there. And then my sister would get
I didn't like
blueberry.
that one.
My other brother got strawberry, and I got stuck with banana.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that part. So it was like the trickle down effect too. Like in the snacks, when there were snacks in the house, if it was the last one there left, yes, I'm calling all of y'all out right now. I know it's on the Black family dynamic, but it's like if there were snacks in the house and it was like, let's say it was 1 pack of crackers left, my oldest brother just automatically got it. And good God, if I would have ate them crackers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? My brother, he did always and still does like defend me in most situations, but if I'd have ate them crackers, he wouldn't have known who I was.
Yeah. Mm. Mm.
So yeah, that dynamic, that hierarchy of, who's what, where, and where you sit at in the house, it was
Yeah.
definitely a thing. Definitely a thing. Go ahead. I see you put that back
Yeah,
down.
if the younger child is under the care of the oldest child, I think there should be a level of respect if it
Oh,
comes to safety. Absolutely. Like if I ever go out of town and I say this child is in charge, then that child is in charge. And there's not that I know of, because they probably wouldn't tell me. No one ever challenges them in that aspect.
yeah, I definitely
But
grew up in a house where my mom said when they step away, if my oldest brother was in charge, what he
mm-hmm.
says, it might as well be them saying it. Because if he
Yeah.
tell you to do wrong, do it. But when I get home, it's gonna be me and him
Mm-hmm.
type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that in that aspect, yes, then absolutely. But in the house, child, I don't know. I don't. We definitely don't have that. I'm definitely a go for what you know type. I felt like refereeing all of that. That's too much stress. I didn't have time. I wanted to keep my skin smooth and no wrinkles in my gray hairs as little as possible. So if y'all want to battle it out and hide all the peaches and cream oatmeal, hey, whoever got there first, that's their business.
Hmm. And see, let me make it clear. Those weren't
Mhm.
my parent. Those weren't my parents' rules.
No,
But
no,
in
no,
the
yeah.
house, there was it was like a pre-existing. And the irony of her saying this.
Uh-huh. Nah, I make mine give the
Don't be
younger one.
growing up and trying to change.
Yeah.
Don't be
Oh,
growing
she
up
get
trying to change.
make you give it to the younger ones. Yeah, if it ain't enough for everybody, I'm eating it. Oh, it's not enough for y'all. That's for me then.
Oh my gosh.
Ain't enough for everybody. Don't none of y'all get none.
Oh
No, I
boy.
don't know. I guess it's a situational type thing. It definitely is. What about the whole tradition of like the man of the house eats first, or daddy gets the big piece of chicken?
So we ate together when I was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
We're definitely taught to in my home, we will feed our husband and then everybody else. Like I might fix his plate and be like, move, and then fix everybody else's food because I don't know if in my family it was just definitely only because he was a man, or maybe it was because they had so many kids that he was in the way. So I don't know, you know, that exactly, but I have shared on a previous episode. Y'all see, we keep dropping links. Y'all go to melaninmindset.live and watch our old videos, the playbacks,
Yeah.
because yeah, you will love it. So as a wife, for me, I serve my husband's food because of that's a way that I show love to him,
Yeah.
like by giving him that ahead. And
Mm-hmm.
I know the internet trolls about to come for me, but that's how I show love to my husband, by making sure that he at least has dominion over something. Like this one little thing here is for him. Like let
Yeah.
me just fix him and take care of him and see about him. But it's not. He's right. He's not gonna. If my nieces, when they visit for the summer, he's not gonna start eating until they sit down and eat their food. Like he's
Okay.
not gonna just be like, "Give me my plate." Like no, he's like
Mm-hmm.
thanks, babe. And then he'll go sit down. And then we all come over, we're coming over to the table, or sometimes he might even help me pass their plates out. And we
Yeah.
sit down and we eat together. Like it was just a way to show love. It's not a matter of whether or not he starts devouring his plate before we sit down.
Mm-hmm.
It's still a unit, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I give him that piece of love from me is to show you you're
Yeah.
important. So I'm gonna give you the best off the top, for the
Yeah.
that like that, if that makes
I
sense.
I feel like for us, we've gone through every phase. So when the kids were small, it was more of us. We sat down at the table and ate all
Uh-huh.
the time. We sat down at the table and ate. Now that I got split. I got adults and then I got teens, and you know, this one might be at work and that one might be at dance, and this one I'm doing this. Like right now, I'm doing the Melanin Mindset, and I'm pretty sure two kids are eating, and then my husband is different. So it's more of a now it's kind of like I just make sure me and him eat. So because everybody else is old enough to fend for themselves. But when they were smaller, we all sat down and ate together. So it wasn't like anybody got a plate first. I had all the plates on the table, and I said, "Okay, sit down, let's eat." But I am like, I think like when we have like gatherings or stuff like that, it just depends. Because if I'm not thinking about it, I might be a little late. Like, oh shoot, let me make Jimmy a plate. But
Girl, we be together and I'll be like, oh, I fed
and
Jimmy,
it's
it's all right.
yeah, and we do that sometimes too. Because I
Yeah,
don't
and
know. So
she'll
I
feed
don't
my
know
husband
and
too.
this is a question for the men. Like, do y'all feel like y'all in the way? Because my husband literally will, if it's a gap, he not gonna get up and go in there and get his plate. Like
No.
he'll just be like, he'll sit there, and then I'll be like, "Well, are you hungry?" I'm like, "Well, you ain't act like it. You ain't get up."
And then
But
you feel
but in
bad
the back
for
of
him.
my head, I know he not gonna get up. He waiting for me to fix it. And then
Facts.
sometimes out of spite, I'll just make him wait a little longer because you really could have got up and got your plate. But that's just the spicy part in
So
me.
my husband is not, he's not bent on me fixing his plate first. Like we've had family gatherings where I got chewed up because he was just like, nah, babe, I got it. And he'll get ready to fix my plate. And yes, honey, I fixes his plate. He fixes my plate. This is give and take. But at the same time, it's just something in me that feels like that's me showing him that he's special to me. Like I made sure that he was taken care of in this way. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what's up. I get
Yeah,
that.
it's like it's a
That
special thing inside of me. Like
and
I
that's
just
a beautiful sentiment that you don't do it just because you obligated to do it. You do it because
mm-mm.
you do it to express your love at this point in time. I like that.
Ask him. I'll be in the kitchen cooking, and I'll be like, babe, do it smell good?
Uh-huh.
I be in there hype. Like, does it smell good? Babe, look at this. Now I hate for him to
Mm-hmm.
go in my pots, but I'll be like, look, don't it smell good?
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Mm-hmm.
I am this is an act of love for me. So
Got it.
me serving my husband his food and things like that. Yes, it is my act of love for my husband. I don't know about nobody else and what they do, why they do what they do. But the example I grew up with was it is an act of love and my method of tangibly displaying respect for my husband.
Got you. Got you. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Respect.
Respect. Out of respect. What about this our last little comment, and this kind of hit home with me because even from a little kid, I don't know why it used to bug me when like my older aunties or the older people in the family were like, you never call. And I just used to always in my head be like, the phone work both ways. And
Oh, I say that all the time.
like in my head. But
No,
now,
I've said it out loud.
you know what's funny though? But now that I'm older, like is now that I'm older, like my daughter, even if she's here or away at school, she calls me every day. But let a day go by and she don't call me. I'd be like, what's wrong with her? I do. Like I'll
It's
feel some
like
type of way.
y'all
It's
call,
just
and I'm
like,
saying y'all as in moms because we haven't gotten to that chapter of my story yet. But
mm-hmm,
you mothers, okay? And my mama probably watching. Anywho, so it's like you pick up the phone and call, but then you fuss it because I didn't call. Well, you just called me. Hi, how are you?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that but I agree 100%. A phone definitely works in two directions. Like it can't just
Not
be.
him appreciate I appreciate it, but that's why the man passed away first, getting all the cholesterol and all the extra stuff.
Can I circle back for a second, friend? Because I know we about to come to an end. I want to
Mm-hmm.
circle back to that food situation. Remember what we just had going on? And I know in my heart I wanted to prepare something special for my husband. What about that? And I know that's not what you just said though, but what about where you're in a mutual situation and you decide upon yourself to give to all instead of just your parties involved? Is it deemed disrespectful if, and the viewers can answer too, is it deemed disrespectful if I come over to your place, I use your pots and pans and your stove, and I fix a plate for myself and my partner, husband, spouse, etc. Um, but only for, and I eat it off your plates with your forks and spoons, right? Is that disrespectful?
I don't know. I guess it depends on the dynamic.
I feel like
Like,
it
I don't
is.
know.
I
Is
feel
it?
like it
I guess
is. I
it
feel
is.
like it absolutely is. Do not come in my house and you know it's this many people here or this dynamic of individuals here. And you know, as soon as you burn the first piece of sausage, that it's gonna go through the whole house and everybody gonna be like, oh, what smells so good? And then come around the corner to empty pots. Like for real?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like something I think that's disrespectful. I do.
So
I
you
think it's
mean
disrespectful.
because you were a guest in the house?
Uh-huh.
Because a couple of scenarios came up in my head because like I definitely will cook for me and my husband and knowing that it's six other people in the house.
No, I mean like
But I
my
get
I'm
what.
giving the example of what I just did. So
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm talking about. So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
I really wanted to prepare something nice for him because I know he's big on breakfast. And so with
yeah.
that, and I know he likes homemade breakfast, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So with that, instead, just go ahead and get a little bit of extra because you're gonna have to buy most of this stuff already. You're gonna have
Mm-hmm.
extra anyway. So just cook all of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just cook it all and make sure everybody gets a plate. I feel like it would have been disrespectful to get up, make this, particular meal and not share it. That makes
Yeah.
sense?
Like I could honestly say, like, we definitely would have said something like, oh yeah, like I never said you out of pocket for that. But I don't think we would have lingered on it for too long. But yeah, I guess that is pretty disrespectful.
Right. Cause listen, I got ready to do what I was doing, and she was like, "Oh no, you don't have to do that." No, I do because I know that's the breakfast he want, and this is carry the three. I was like, "Pop, go count everybody in the house."
Yeah, yeah.
I was like,
Because
"Go count,
you
go count."
I saw it was extra deep. It was extra deep. It definitely was.
But at the
It
same
definitely
time, it
was.
was like literally just the big bag versus the little bag, or two cans instead of one. It wasn't like a dramatic increase. And then Publix had buy one get one free. Y'all listen, don't miss a good sale. But yeah, it's.
Mm-hmm.
I feel as though that would have been disrespectful,
Yeah,
knowing that
in
that's
that
what.
case, in that case, yes, definitely. But then, like my daughter number two, her boyfriend he'll come over here and they'll cook for just them. So is he out of pocket?
Yes and yes, absolutely yes. And if you watch this playback, young man, listen, bruh, you got to do better,
Mm-hmm.
friend. Do better, friend. Do better. And that's my special message to him. Do better, friend. All right. And don't let number two just do it because we know number two has her own methods of functioning as it is. So I'm sure she's just like, nah, bruh, I'm making this for us. They're not going to eat this. They don't want it. Yes, they
Yeah.
do. Yes, they do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So don't listen to number two. Don't listen to number two. She has a great heart, but she ain't. No, don't listen to number two.
You only do it with the hungry man dinner, right?
Right, right. If you got like a little personal pan or a Tostitos, a hungry man, like she said, you got
You
a
about to
little,
throw something in the
you know,
microwave in the air
yeah,
fryer.
yeah. If you
Yeah.
reheating your leftovers, that's
But
different. But
not
if
you
you about
about
to
to burn.
cook,
You about to cook. You're using more than one pan. You need to be cooking for everybody.
mm, and I would love to see some comments come through to tell us what you think about that dynamic. So, friend, let's go ahead and turn the corner.
Let's go here. Ben needs Ben way.
Here we go. We're gonna turn the corner, y'all. You know this is the time where we do that tip of the week. RESPECT has been the title for the past week, 2 weeks. This is week two, and
Mhm.
we really just went ahead and put a bow on it. Truth be told, for you all, there are some in particular things that we discussed tonight, and we would love to see what you had to say. So, listen, if you're with us right now and you didn't get to see the beginning, as soon as the live is over, it usually take about 4 minutes and it'll be up. So you can go ahead and watch the playback, catch the beginning, and we'd love to see your comments on the back end, okay? So just stay connected with the Melanin Mindset. I'm going to do that thing again, friend. Let me get my energy up. Here we go. All right. So if
Mhm.
you're viewing us on YouTube, go ahead and smash that subscribe button for us and turn on those notification bells so that you'll be amongst the first to know when the Melanin Mindset goes live each week, Monday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Pacific, right here on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Facebook is also the Melanin Mindset. Twitter, Melanin Mindset underscore. Now go look for us, okay? We're out there in social media land, Melanin Mindset underscore on Instagram, and then the Melanin Mindset on TikTok. And you do want to connect with us there. I'm just saying. Find Kia on TikTok as well. Kia Blaine 21. I am Nappy Dreamer on TikTok. I've just recently undertaken a new method of preparing dinner, and they don't sponsor me, so I'm not calling their name for free. So I've just picked that up, so you can go to my TikTok and see what I've got going on with these new dinners that we're enjoying out here in
Mhm.
Georgia. Okay. I do have to upload that video tonight, mind you. But yeah, so go look for us, find us online, share our content, share your love. We share our love with you as well. And thank you so much for being here, friend. You got a tip of the week for them?
I do. You can't force someone to respect you, but you can refuse to be disrespected.
Amen. I love that. You should have put that on the screen. You can't force somebody to respect you, but you can refuse to be disrespected. Friend, I'm not about to tank that. We're going to go ahead and head out the door. Y'all, thank you so much for being with us tonight. Wait, yeah. It's that storm is kicking your butt right now, friend. All right, well, we
I know.
love you so much. Remember, protect your peace and share this with someone you care about, y'all. We out of here.
Bye.